Hi there guys, quick video here on Shane McMahon's overbooking. When Shane McMahon made his WWE TV return in 2016, following a 7-year absence, without question there was genuine excitement to see him return to weekly programming. The buzz surrounding his return and the match announcement for himself against The Undertaker at WrestleMania 32 was appropriate. However, that was 3 years ago. Currently, WWE isn't in the best shape in terms of the quality of their product. We all know this. But one of the major problems they have is, unfortunately, Shane McMahon. So, not in the best shape with regards to the product, that's a massive understatement. The product's probably the worst in the history of the company. Fast forward to 2019, Shane McMahon turns heel at the Fastlane pay-per-view and betrays The Miz and the fans in the process. This angle was superbly done, which it was, yeah, I agree with that. Shane, Miz and Miz's dad all played their roles in the respective angle perfectly. WrestleMania 35 comes and goes and Shane wins the Falls Count Anywhere match against The Miz, which he definitely shouldn't have done. A surprising result, no doubt, but one that may have been needed to get over the heel persona. Unfortunately, this is where the problems really began. Following the victory at WrestleMania and following the introduction of the infamous wildcard rule, Shane would begin to appear on both TV shows, resulting in practically what feels like 45 minutes of television time per week over both shows being devoted to Shane. Without question, this is an issue. It feels longer than that, to be honest. Even if it isn't, it's just like far too much Shane. When the WWE creative team can safely write 45 minutes of content for Shane a week, but can't think of anything creative for Buddy Murphy, Ember Moon, or even the active Raw Tag Team Champions, there's an apparent issue there. Again, I agree with that. Shane would go on to win a rematch against The Miz at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. The match and the finish made the already struggling babyface Miz look like a total idiot, a trait that WWE is very prone to doing. This has left Miz in limbo ever since. Yeah, Miz isn't really doing anything right now. To become relevant again, it probably needs to turn heel. And he only turned face like a few months ago. Shane would then be placed in a feud over both shows with Roman Reigns. Shane and Reigns would finally get to wrestle for the first time at the Super Showdown pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia, and Shane won. Yes, Shane McMahon beat Roman Reigns. Shane beat the face of the company. Well, he's positioned as the face of the company by them, but the last time Reigns was pinned on pay-per-view was last July at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view by Bobby Lashley. These victories over the top guy are very hard to come by, but WWE booked one and they gave it to Shane. I acknowledge that it wasn't a clean victory, thank goodness, due to interference from Drew McIntyre, a man who Reigns beat at WrestleMania, but it begs the question, what's the payoff? McIntyre is set to face off with Reigns in a WrestleMania rematch at the Stomping Grounds pay-per-view. It's safe to say that Reigns won't lose in back-to-back pay-per-views, so Reigns will get the win. But does this make any sense? Shouldn't the roles be reversed? Shouldn't McIntyre be presented as the star and Shane his manager? The payoff, without a doubt, is Reigns beating Shane, probably at SummerSlam pay-per-view, which is what I think they're going to do. I think SummerSlam this year, I think it's in Toronto, I think, and I don't think the Canadian fans will take too kindly to seeing Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon. But what role does this have in relation to building a story? Reigns simply beats a 49-year-old non-wrestler. Who does this benefit? Reigns receives a cheap pop for 5 seconds, and then we're back to square one with his character. The Shane character in his current incarnation is not serving an appropriate purpose for the modern product. Over in the WWE title picture, we have a feud between Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler last year was booked to lose to Shane 2 times at consecutive pay-per-view events, Crown Jewel, and in the Survivor Series traditional tag team match. How are we supposed to take the number 1 contender for the top prize on the show seriously when we know 7 months ago he couldn't even pin Shane? Yeah, WWE think that the fans forget things like that, but we don't. Hopefully the Shane issue resolves itself after the summer months. However, with several months of the aforementioned summer remaining, it could be a very long summer indeed. Well, if they are going to drag this thing out between Shane McMahon and Roman Reigns up to SummerSlam, then Roman should get the win back, and that'll be the end of it. And we don't see Shane in a wrestling role again for a while. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, then hit the like, subscribe, and don't forget to share. And I'll see you next time.